What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody out there, your boy One Man Gang Mo, that is. Coming back at you, trying to get with you, get another video out, man. Keep them coming, you know. Um, Keep this negative energy away. That way I can stay focused on making stuff happen and prospering. Um, so I've been a little focused on doing some things. That's why the in between time. But it is what it is. Appreciate everybody sticking around with the views. Let's start adding some likes on to them. Appreciate everybody, all the new subscribers, old subscribers, and soon to be subscribers. Shout out to y'all, man. Coming straight out of Dallas, Texas. And just had some thoughts concerning, I want to go over some boxing things that's going on. And then just kind of go to another lane and just kind of dive into some thoughts I had on youth sports, right? Got to try to make sure I say that clear. My boy saying I don't be loud enough. It'd be tough when you ain't got, I don't know. I just ain't no loud person anyway. But if I had like a reason to amplify my voice, then I probably would. But hey, if y'all can't hear me, I mean, some feedback from everybody, as far as the volume, that'll be cool. If y'all can't, if you feel like it's like some pauses or something, could be something I'm doing, especially when I got my phone. Might be putting my hand over the speaker or the microphone as I'm talking, so I'll be more mindful of that. At home, it'll probably be a little easier, as long as this mic is receiving, then, it should come through a little bit louder. Joe, jump in your car, cut up the bass, cut up the treble, cut up the volume, then you'll be good. You can't miss me then, You don't want to miss me, man, because there'll be some gems, be some duds, but shit, it mostly be gems dropping, So, yeah, fuck with me. Like, subscribe, share, spread the word, and I'll get started with where I was going with today. First of all, just want to make sure everybody in Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, I believe as well, but definitely in Dallas, we do have the Golden Gloves going on. It started on Tuesday, so it's fights going on tonight. Be some more fights wrapping up on Saturday, and the winner of those fights will be going on to the state tournament. I think it's very crucial for boxing that people start supporting these amateur events. These some great amateurs out. Some people that are good and great boxers now have come through the amateurs, and due to the lack of promotion, the lack of attention, due to just the lack of popularity compared to other sports, they names don't get as big as they should. And these people are going through their amateur careers and dominating better than some of these other guys in other sports dominate their amateur careers, right? And they go in, they start their amateur career off as millionaires. They're not having to go through the lower levels and work themselves back up. Boxing, it ain't like that. And it should still be some levels, right? But shouldn't have to be everybody got to start all the way back over from zero. Freshman, everybody freshman year, from if you was cold in junior high, you're freshman in high school, you cold in college, you was freshman, and cold in high school, and you get to college, your freshman year, you starting over. But you at least got a name, right? And your name carries some weight. People got expectations, what they see. And then even your rookie year in the pros, depending on how well you did in your amateur career, you're getting paid based off of that. And now they paying the amateurs, which, let's see what happened in boxing with that. So yeah, y'all just go out and support, man. That's really what I was trying to get at. Went all the way around it, but it's going on. let's support not just the Golden Gloves, but mainly because that's what everybody have heard of the Golden Gloves. And I posted videos like some shorts of Golden Gloves back in the '80s. Just a few. I still got more, but it was a big event in Dallas. You know, they used to have to hold it at the convention center. Now they can just have it like at a gym or some little small building. They've had it at a Shriner's house before. I think that's what you call it. I'm sorry if that's the wrong thing, but yeah, it's been in a lot of little small venues, not like the convention center was. You know, where you had to have more space because people were coming out to see. You know, I remember going to Golden Gloves back then, and a lot of people were there. But you would think, and it did kind of take a little bit of a hit in the right direction. So when Errol started making a name, you know, and that's just how Dallas is, fair weather, because it was other people that came before him, and if you wasn't a hardcore, you wouldn't know. Dudes like Quincy Taylor, for one, it's an easy one to remember. You know, way back in the '80s. You know, of course Curtis Cokes, but you know, I'm just saying during my time, and Maurice Hooker, people just wasn't biting on that. You know, it took Dallas don't love you unless the world love you. You know, unfortunately, if you're from Dallas, the only way to get the city to get fully behind you is to have everybody else bring you in. You know, for most people, some people gonna fuck with you regardless, but the majority is just how I go. You got to blow up somewhere else first, and then Dallas will embrace you and claim you, because they don't want nobody else to claim you. So yeah, that's that. Uh, so yeah, they so yeah, it's definitely something we got to get back popping with the social media the way it is now. People with so much access. I'm gonna do my part to help blow it up, and people could be aware of some of the events going on in the amateur world and some of these boxers up and coming. We need to promote that, not just the dudes that's already popular too. Definitely talk about them because that's what people want to hear. But yeah, let's make change boxing around so it doesn't die. Boxing won't die because of the fights that are being made, you know, and really not the fights that's not being made. Really, you know, it's going to definitely be disappointing, but the way that it's being covered and the front runner mentality, the fair weather mentality, like Don King flipping, you know, whoever the winner is, no loyalty to who you with, that'll kill it before the fights happening and not happening will, in my opinion, you know. And you don't agree, that's tough shit. So yeah, that's just what that is. So look, definitely wherever you are, if you like boxing, get out to these amateur events, man. Start filming or start doing something or just being there, man, supporting it and spreading the word when you know it is. Some events happening in your area so people can go out. You know, some people would like to, they just don't know when it's happening. You know, I said it in a previous video. It's just not something that's heavily promoted and popular. So if that's the case, then the kids are going to go where, you know, it's more popular to be at, you know, when it comes to this sport, football, basketball, and those are the things they'll pay attention to. But everybody, it's on us to help build this sport up. And we can't just do it with the professionals. We should go with the amateurs, and by the time they pros, you know, it's what that is. But so that, speaking of pros, I saw that some people were reporting, or you call it reporting when YouTube, I don't know, yeah, we're going to go reporting that, or posting that there was a Tszyu and Keith Thurman had agreed to fight Amazon Prime. I thought that was pretty interesting because all I had been hearing was that just the fight that Bud wanted was Tszyu. That was a better fight than anything that was lined up. Options being Errol, I think, is still an option. Hopefully he is. Um, Considering, how we got to this point. But Boots, so Tszyu is the best option in their opinion. And that's the way they want to go. And you got to respect it, right? But that option's off the table now. So I'm just wondering which route is he going to take? Is he going to continue to hold the belts at 147 and go ahead and fight Boots just to be two-time undisputed, which would be pretty big. Then you've done what Floyd did, and you probably would get more credit, even though Floyd should get credit for whooping Canelo ass because they asked for it. But you beat a young, hungry lion too that will be great, based off of what you see with your own eyes. Seems like we got potential great, whether he win or lose a fight. All great fighters don't finish undefeated. Most don't. So that'll be a good option, man. And I think that depending on how much they paying, I know you want to get paid, but that'll be an option. Erickson Lubin, I know he was trying to fight Tszyu, Bud trying to go up to 154, and you don't want to fight Earl at 54. You got Lubin up there. Charlo. I mean, I know you killed that fight, but that's their Virgil Ortiz. Virgil said he ready for you. Sebastian Fundora. Who did Fundora just got knocked out, so have he fought since then? Let's see. Nah. He's still coming off that loss to Mendoza. So that ain't gonna go. So I wonder what happened to my boy Brian Castano. Did he move up? Oh, let's see. What I done miss, man? Tony Harrison. Sure, Harrison. Honestly, that'd be a damn good fight. But I don't think they'll make that fight right now. Just because Harrison coming off of L2. But I like Tony Harrison. So, yeah, I mean, out of the top 6, I'm looking at, 5 available. So, or if you're going to go to 147, I mean, really at 147, your only option right now to me is Boots. Unless you're going to give, what's his name, Stanionis, that shot. So I wonder how that's going to go. Or is he going to surprise everybody and steal Canelo away from the rumors we heard about Jamal and Jaime Munguia? Is he the dark horse in that? So it's going to be interesting to see what 2024 going to bring on that, man. Because everybody, no matter where you stand on the side of that historical event, Earl, Earl versus Bud. And you know what side I stand on. The Dallas side. Yep. We don't move. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what is this fight gonna happen again. Or if not, who they both fight next. Oh look. My bad. See, I want to see where they go. If that fight gonna come into fruition. And again, if not, who they fight next, Still interested in both their careers and where it goes going forward. So we'll see. So let's see. What else did anything else on boxing I had? Let's see what I was talking about. I don't think so. I think that's Just real quickly, I was finna shoot through. Let me run through my phone. Let's see any news I see. Ryan talking about his patient's been tested and shit. He mad because the Rolly fight didn't happen. Just be quiet, bro. Let it go. Nobody not listening now, man. You know what I'm saying? I wonder when the hell Bevo and Better Beeve gonna fight. I've been waiting on that one for a minute. Ain't nobody really applying pressure on them boys to fight. Why? You need to see that. For real. Y'all whooping ass everywhere else, but yeah, we gotta go on and see. Loma and Cambosa set for May 11th. In Australia, they must finna break Loma off. He finna whip that ass. Yeah, Loma finna beat that ass. Um, so yeah, the last thing I was sitting around I want to bring out was just a thought as far as youth sports. I coach youth sports, played youth sports, coached the same team I played. I want to be that loyal and that real with it. So I went back to my team. Despite, the neighborhood changing a bit, didn't matter. The Jets is the Jets. Oak Cliff. So yeah, I did that. Ended up getting into some friend of mine. We started doing basketball, and then he kind of branched out and did his own thing because I really wouldn't. I like basketball and watching, but I didn't hoop. So I mean, I can teach you some stuff, especially if beginner. But you know, I had to have some time for myself too. Cause football, I was putting a lot. Definitely burn you out, which ended up happening. And then a friend of mine, we talked, and shit. Him and his wife ended up starting a track team. Shit, Of course, I was right there with him. You know, all the way until I lost my daughter. Then I kind of faded away from it all. I was planning on it anyway, but that just kind of made it even more imperative to do and make sure I put time in with my children that I have remaining. But so yeah, I was like, man, I'm getting back into sports. I'm getting back into coaching football. I'm gonna go back out here with my boy E. We're gonna get it on. I hadn't even told him, but waiting on some things to kind of shake, and then I'll make it official. I don't want to say it, and then Ryan Garcia on my boy. So I ain't gonna tell him until I know it's for sure. But that's the plan, is to get back into it this year and just have some fun, and teach. But I was thinking like, youth sports was created to keep children out of trouble, keep them out of gangs, you know, shit like that. But really, shit, does it really does it meet its purpose, or is it defeating the purpose? And I can reflect on my time in sports, and nothing you do can save everyone. Nothing's 100% when it comes to trying to work, or like a rehab, or a prevention center, or event, or whatever activity. But it's it works, and then it doesn't, in my opinion. it for one, it depends on the child and if this is something that they wanted to do. If it's something their parents made them do, then a good chance is it's not gonna stop them from doing what they really want to do. They just won't do it during this time, and they may do it during this time. Shit, you thinking them kids on them teams ain't talking gang shit? You crazy? We used to do this shit all the time. Straight up. I mean, coaches may not catch it or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I know we was. Um, the fucked up part about it, I ain't never catch my players doing it. I wonder was they on that shit. But um, but a lot of it though, when you look at the purpose of it, a lot of it really is defeated. And I've been guilty of this, so not pointing fingers, but a lot of it is defeated by the people that are supposed to be there helping meet it, and that's the coaches. Um, you know, and it's just a mentality sometimes, and your reaction to um, tense situations. It's always leading to violence, or we at plenty times, as a coach, never go in thinking or having any intention on getting into it with another coach, but then it leads to that, and it could be because you losing or you feel like the ref messing you around. But the way we respond to that sometimes it can be misleading, and your kids are looking at you as an example, and it's all right to be upset and to display some, got to, because you got to go down and let your kids know, shit, hey, they can put me out. We're going to ride for this, right? But when it starts leading you crossing the field, or even worse than that, somebody getting killed, and of course we've seen that in Dallas, not too long ago. Don't seem too long ago anyway, but very unfortunate. And man, bringing a gun to a kid's event is just wow. Like, the worst gonna happen is somebody might fight, and it shouldn't be, right? It shouldn't be no grown folks getting into it at a kids' events. We supposed to be out here stopping the shit, but sometimes your emotions get the best of your intelligence, and you get into it with somebody or a ref, But a gun, I mean, man. But then your kids sit around and hear y'all talk, and you be talking that gangster shit right there around them, after practice, or you calling them something, some shit they hear in the streets and shit. Like, we don't, I say we, but some of us do not know how to remove the player in us out of the coach. We keep reverting back to the shit we did as players, and the goofball shit and the playing, and instead of remaining an adult. And that's one thing I can say about my coaches. And they definitely, some shit was going on they didn't know nothing about, but we didn't play with them like on nothing. Hell, I thought my coaches was 50 and shit back then, and come to find out they were like in their early 30s or 20s or some shit, late 20s. Shit, but they were so mature and they carried themselves like men. Like, you had to respect it, But no playing around, and we didn't want them to see us. When one coach seen me one time, I was talking some gang shit to somebody, and all my coaches didn't look at me like that. They figured out, because I knew how to get away with shit, especially around grown folks. I let them see the great side. So when he heard me say some shit, he like, come here. He like, you in the game? I was like, nah, coach, I just be playing. I was playing with someone, but shit, I really wasn't in the game, but I thought I was, getting it in, doing gangish shit. But I wasn't in no set, but I was claiming some shit. Yeah, that shit. But yeah, and I can't blame that on my coaches. But youth sports didn't stop me from going to school, kicking it with my homeboys, and we looking to have fun and shit. What it did do though, me being in sports prevented me from doing some dumb shit. I ain't gonna lie. It made me think because I did not, especially once I got to high school, I didn't want to fuck up a scholarship or an opportunity. So a lot of shit that I would have done or gotten into, I walked away from that shit because I didn't want to get caught up at that time in my life. In junior high and elementary really wasn't as crucial then in school because I ain't really look at it like this shit can come back and get me. But in high school, you knew it could. Everybody knows somebody that didn't make it because of some bullshit they did in high school. Or some shit they got into, or somebody killed them, or they killed something, or they got locked up. Shit, one of our teammates for the Jets got into some shit, you know what I'm saying? Got caught with a gun in school. And again, we had these great coaches and mentors and shit. Niggas was still getting into shit, you know? I can't stop everything. So, youth sports definitely can have a better or a more positive people around, you know? Us coaches, we can do better with the way that we, some of us, again, not talking about everybody, because some dudes, they got it, man. They like the old school guys back in the day, and they very organized. They ain't out here playing this gangster shit around the kids, doing gangster shit around the kids, saying gangster shit around the kids. Like, they on their level. You know what I'm saying? I can't, man. I don't never remember my coaches playing loud ass music, and it was some Pimp C, Scarface in the trunk, jamming and blasting and shit. Shit nowadays, shit, hey, coach pull up shit. You know that coach, that shit knocking. You know, he on some old gangster shit. So I think we can do better with how we carry ourselves around the children. Now I'm gonna try to do better with that once I get back out, and just keep it positive. You know, especially you got to be on the lookout for kids getting kind of picked on or bullied. You know, they call it bullying nowadays. You know, that shit wasn't bullying when we was young. It was just getting talked about. Bullied was actually some physical shit. Wasn't nobody talking about you and shit. You was just getting scolded on. Or it was ranking on you. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be. I think that's something that is interesting, though. You know, and as you run across a lot of times where kids are being forced to play because they mama want them to get out of stuff or want them to be more tougher. It's always that they forcing them to, or they daddy want them to do it because they did it. And I mean, find some. You know, every child don't want to play football, man. And to me, that's child abuse to force them to do it and they don't want to, because it's a sport that requires you to be physical or you will be hurt. You know, unless you got a guy like me that's gonna protect you, keep you out of harm's way, or other coaches like that know how to do it. But some coaches, shit, they whatever the parent want, they gonna give them, and to the detriment of that child. And I just saying, nah. One thing I know is I understand the game. I understand confidence. I understand the mental part. And if you don't want to play, and they want you to want to play, then I'm gonna take it slow with you and make you try to help you find a way to love the game and build confidence. Then you'll want to play. It's fun to you, you know. So that part. But yep, I just wanted to go there, discuss those topics, man. I ain't really got nothing else right now. Shit, I appreciate the love, the likes. Again, like, share. You ain't got to share, but If you want to share, share. But definitely like, subscribe. And I'm going to keep it coming. All 2024. It's going to be some one-man gang mo. Oh, yeah. You know, light bars. That was light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, all right, y'all. I ain't going to hold you. Hope everybody have a good one. Yeah.